23 years, we've helped now about 13,000 men and women in the UK. And nothing speaks louder, as you guys know from the bridge and the men and women who work in your midst among men and women who are recovered from addictions. Nothing speaks louder than transformed lives, really changed lives. And so here's just a number of pictures. I'll just run through them. People who've been doing this a long time, serving, helping Betel grow, heroin addicts off the streets in different parts of the UK. Ethel serving in Nottingham, Carrie once living and working the streets as a heroin addict in Wales. This girl was pulled off, literally off the rubbish dump in Spain. James came to us from Bermuda. We've had about 35 men and women from Bermuda. They're British citizens. They come over. He's now working in Leeds. We see a lot of physical deterioration in India, where I travel fairly often. We'll be going later this year. And a guy from Wales, he's now a qualified electrician, a gas specialist. He does all of our properties and work, so we've trained him to do that. This girl's coming in a real sad state. She is now married to who was a former heroin addict from Northern Ireland. He now works for DHL, the delivery company, and she runs our admin office in Scotland. Allison, serving with us from London up in Betel, Scotland. She now oversees one of our restaurants. She's a manager of our restaurant. Steve oversees our men in Manchester. Doesn't look like the same girl, does it? I took the picture on the right from London in India. She's now at the University of Delhi. Pete was living in large garbage receptacles behind supermarkets. He was almost crushed and killed in one. He was there for years, and thank God he's in. He's completely changed. He and his wife were running our London work. They're now serving in Manchester with us. Richard was dancing and working the West End of London. He's now helping develop our arts and worship in Birmingham. Kim oversees our women's program. She had over 100 offenses, living in the streets of Birmingham, completely changed. Her husband was a heroin addict as well, so they now serve with us. So, praise the Lord. There's the power of God. Now oversees our restaurant in Coventry. I'll show you a little bit. Time and former werewolf, I think. Like that. 20 years of heroin addict, living in the streets of Wales. He's our public relations director. So he is a tremendous testimony. And show a couple of our residences. Some of you have been here. This is Windmill House, 5-acre property in South Birmingham, owned by the Cadburys, the chocolate people. They invited us there, well, 24 years ago. We have an 11-acre farm in Nottingham. We have this Coventry property in Coventry, which is just a half-hour east of Birmingham. We've got Betel House in Hexham, the former bishop's residence of Hexham. It's got a chapel. It's got other apartments. It's a really nice, large property. That's our women's house there, for about 25 women and a few families. Our site, we have a 55-acre farm outside of Manchester. Manchester City Centre, about 5 minutes from the airport. And this is our property in Scotland. So some of you may have been following some of our news. We've had a 3-year battle to get into Scotland. A lot of persecution from local people, a lot of resistance from the government. 3 years, our men lived outdoors for 2.5 years, sometimes in tents and in caravans. They've been super courageous. And only 2 weeks ago we opened. We finally opened for one perseverance. So it's a 500-year-old water mill, and it's got a river running right behind it. That's what it looks like in the autumn. That's what it looked like last summer. So it's quite a really beautiful spot with the waterfall right on. And so if Betel is for free, how do we run our finances? How do we pay for all this? And what we do, the majority of our operating costs are covered by very real-life social enterprises, businesses. So we do a lot, as a lot of charities do, with furniture. We restore furniture. We've kind of taken it to a new level. We have a high street or Main Street brand name called Restored. And so it's all solid wood, high quality furniture that we bring back to life and paint. We travel to Belgium, France, Holland. We import from India and go to auctions around the UK. And so those are 2 of our shops, one in Birmingham, one in Hexham. We also have a website we're building online now, so we're selling more and more and more online. all of our summers feeding into that. We do a lot of landscape gardening. And so our men and women the men in particular, learn to do turf laying like that, tree felling, garden transformations. Thirdly, only in the last 3 years, the Lord spoke to us, especially to my wife Mary Alice, and her brainchild was the Rising from the Rubble Cafe, which was a partnership with Coventry Cathedral. Now, Coventry Cathedral was bombed in World War II. There's a new cathedral behind it. They had a cafe that had failed with 2 previous businesses, and they said, would you take it over? And she heard the Lord, God said, do it, and we're now really prospering there. It's a 1940s themed full restaurant run by our men and women. Bill now oversees the restaurant. They do high teas, they do a full range menu for our men and women. So if you ever come back, if we can inspire a group, a few people to come over again and stand and support Betel, we'd love to take you there. It's wonderful. We have another one. We opened a second one in Stuart and Irene Bell's church, at a live church in Lincoln, right in the atrium between their 2 buildings. We have another one. And what's been amazing, for 2.5 years, we were #1 on TripAdvisor out of 800 restaurants in these 2 cities. So, how's that for the and we can now verify to the British government we've saved them over $165 million, 130 million pounds over the last, because it's free. And every pound spent on recovery saves the society 2.5 pounds in not paying welfare benefits, health costs, criminal justice costs, and so on. So that's the impact by God's grace what we can have in this society. So real quick run through these. There's our team there at the cafe. This is the kind of thing they do by hand every day from scratch. They make all kinds of beautiful things. Some of you don't know what's coming because this was all what was prepared for. We had a royal visit last year, so I have to just tell you a little bit about that. And that doesn't happen too often. So we got a call from the Kensington Palace saying Prince William and Kate somehow found out about us and wanted to come see us and wanted to see the restaurant and meet our men and women. So I kid you not, I'm stood right behind him out of the picture. He's stood there looking at the cakes and see the women looking at him. Kid you not. And he looks up and he says, wow, this is amazing. And you guys made all these cakes and every one of them went like this. You only said a word. So everybody's a little shell-shocked having them there. And we had the privilege of them sitting for about 25 minutes and hearing our men and women's stories. And it was a real tremendous boost for our men and women. I don't know if you know from 1 Samuel chapter 2, I think it is Hannah's prayer. She says, the Lord takes those who are broken in the dust heap and in the ashes and lifts them to sit with princes. You know, we were quoting that to our men and women the whole time, and it became true in their lives. So on that day, it was a tremendous honor. And they're still in touch with us. Hopefully they might come visit us again later in the year. We're going to see. So tremendous. The last thing I'll share before we get into the Word is, now the next big vision and project on our horizon, and I'm glad to say, I can say this with confidence, the Lord has led us to do this. I'm not the biggest fan of big buildings. I wouldn't do that necessarily. I'd rather invest money elsewhere, but the Lord's clearly led us to open a big site north of Birmingham as, I guess, really as kind of a prophetic sign to the nation that what isn't being accomplished at a secular level to help people like this, that the Lord has the power to really change lives. And so behind it is the main north-south motorway or highway artery in and out of Birmingham. To the left of it is a big university, Aston University. And it's a 3-story building in a big flat part. That's the whole site. It's about 42,000 square feet. The inside is a big blank canvas to design in. So we found a place without any pillars inside of it. And here's the layout. Here's what's going to look. There's going to be furniture sales in a warehouse. There's going to be an arts performance suite where we're going to have a black box theater and a dance studio. We're going to reach out to the community. Most of the arts funding in Britain goes to London, not much of it to Birmingham. So we think there's going to be a niche there where we can really help draw the community into what we do as Betel. It's going to have another catering kitchen, another restaurant. That'll be our fourth, because we have a third one next one. It's going to have a child's soft play area. I don't know what they call that in the States. It's where there's kind of monkey bars and all these things. It's all made out of plastic and rubber. Kids can bounce around in there and enjoy that. So we're going to draw on the single-parent families in the area. We're going to have a beauty salon for our women to work in. It's going to have a meeting and conference hall for about 600 people. That we can, all these venues for hire. So they're going to serve to train men and women in employable skills, but they're also going to help fund Betel and what we do. And you can open the whole thing up, and there'll be a conference hall for 1,000 people at the entrance. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot going on in there. You can see from that picture. And the Rising Cafe is going to be on the lower floor, the ground floor of the three-story building. Then there's going to be a classroom suite, and then our national admin offices. And to end this, I'll just tell you, we were looking for a name, really searching and discussing it together. We wanted something that could describe the purpose of Betel. We anchor lives and give new direction. But we didn't want something religious. There's a lot of Muslims in the area where we live. We're going to reach out and not be off-putting right from the start. So this is the name. We come up with Anchor Point. And it's going to be Betel's HQ. And that's what it's going to look like on the side of the building. That's the artist's the architect's rendition of what it looked like when we're done. And the really good news is God said, believe me for the money, because we don't have it. So, and I say that with all confidence and humility and gratitude. We're believing God for a lot of money. So pray with us for that. We're going to see a miracle, and God's going to give us a national platform where His glory can be visible, hope to the nation and to the greater Birmingham area, the second largest city in the UK. So glory to God. What do you say? So with that,